Alright everybody, so it is that time again to give our feedback to Wuthering Waves. Here we have the 2.4 player satisfaction survey. So we're going to start and see what we have going on today. So far, how would you rate your overall experience in Wuthering Waves' version 2.4 Lightly We Toss the Crown? I am very satisfied. I think 2.4 has delivered on two aspects that I find important. Number one, the events have been really good. And number two, the story has actually been also a pretty good banger as well. Usually we either get like one or the other. In my opinion, we either get like a really solid main story quest and like okay events, or we just have like a filler patch with kind of like not really any MSQ but good events. This time around, I think we have a great mix of really good events that are different, unique, that we all like, and with an MSQ as well. So my patch satisfaction for 2.4 is actually pretty high. Yeah, I'm pretty, I don't want to give it a number out of 10, but I'm pretty satisfied. Based on your experience of the current version, how satisfied are you with the following? Story, I'm very satisfied. World exploration, again, I think I'm very satisfied. Environment visuals, oh yeah, peak. Music and sound effects, I don't think there's anything that I'm just not very satisfied with here. I'm trying to do this with the least bias possible. Like, if I'm gonna approach this with a very critical mindset, the least bias possible. Yeah, oh my god, what a shill. You're very satisfied with everything. How could you? To be fair, I'm not gonna put it as very, because I always think they could improve. So I feel like if I put it overall, I'm not saying, because I feel like if I go very satisfied, I'll go, oh, we shouldn't change anything. We shouldn't make it better. No, I'll just go overall, because I would still like everything to always be better, right? So there we go. I'm gonna go with overall satisfied. Based on your experience in the current version, how satisfied are you with the following? Performance optimizations. Oh, this one I'm pretty somewhat dissatisfied with. Yeah, it's cooked. Actually, very. Yeah, even, bro, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, let's be real. The optimizations have not been it. Yeah, it has not been it, and everybody can tell. We're greeted with a very visually stunning visual, but holy fuck, is it absolutely cooking people's like builds. Resonator building, I'm satisfied with, but I do have a complaint when it comes to building, mainly being we're kind of going down this Honkai Star Rail route of one echo set per character. Every patch there is an echo set specific for this character, and it kind of makes it hard to swap and share. I feel that's kind of the good thing about gacha. Sometimes we have this loadout system where we could swap and share and do all these other builds, but we can't really mix and match in anything like this or whatever. So yeah, I'm overall satisfied, but I don't like this route of being very hyper specific. One cost echoes nowhere to be found in tacit fields. Yeah, the lack of being able to farming one cost echoes in tacit fields or stuff like that is also a bummer. Is also a bit of a bummer as well. I'm overall satisfied. I'm overall satisfied with the combat. And resonator visuals, I'm just gonna say I'm very satisfied with. Yeah, I'm just very sad with the visuals. I think they're kind of nailing it. Every attack, every whatever we've had recently, from Chikona to Cartothea especially, is crazy to Lupa. I think it looks really good. So I'm very happy with that. UI design, I'm neutral. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't think it's whatever. There is some dumb things, like when I go when I press escape, why is the quest log on the second page and not on the first page? Why do I have to like switch pages to get to the quest log? No, if I hit escape, the quest log should be immediately there in the main menu. I don't know why. There's something like things like that have just bothered me. That's kind of dumb, but yeah, I'm kind of neutral about it. Don't hate it, don't love it. Yeah, let us move and arrange the icons. Yeah, please. Like, I don't get why we can't. Why do I have to always like the things that I always want are always on the second page, right? So I don't know, just little things like that with the main menu screen. Add the delete button in the echo menu. Exactly. Why do I have to go into my backpack to do that? I'm in the echo screen. Let me manage my echoes there. Like, it's silly. Events and challenges, e.g. all out towards peaks of prestige, banners never falls. Yeah, I'm satisfied. I really liked the peaks of prestige. I would love them for them to develop it further and make it a bit more complex. That'd be cool. Co-op experience? Dissatisfied. What co-op experience? What co-op experience? What co-op experience? That hasn't. I don't think there has been one, has there? It doesn't exist. Yeah, I'm dissatisfied. There's been no co-op experience. What do you think of the amount of playable content in version 2.4? Lightly we toss the crown. Insufficient content. The actual playtime is too short. Limited content is relatively short. Sufficient. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's sufficient. I don't think there's ample content. It's a bloody gacha game. Okay, it's a bloody gacha game. Insufficient content for second half. Yeah, I think the second half of 2.4 is gonna drag a little bit. But I think overall, I kind of like that they split it up into 2 parts with the MSQs. I think that was okay. I did think it took the momentum away a little bit from the quest and the hype a tiny bit, but I do like the split. I think like it's a similar amount of content we've had to other patches. But the problem, I think this is really more of a gacha problem than a wooer problem of like, unless they're having new things to do every 3 days, we're gonna run out. We're gonna run out eventually. So I think right now it's sufficient, but it could feel like a drag later on. This is an overall gacha problem, so I don't know if I'd feel comfortable saying limited content. The actual playtime is relatively short, but it is kind of true, right? It is kind of true, but we have a new area. The problem is, with 2.4, we have Septimont to explore, we have the main quest, we have those events to do. When we go to 2.5, we might not have a new area, right? There may not be a new area, so who knows if there's going to be any exploration quests to even do. We'll see. It cut it down the hype when they made the story quest in half. I feel like it kind of ruined the momentum a little bit. And then there are people like me who log in every day and still haven't done the MSQ. I don't know how you manage that. Half the Septimont is empty with no enemies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If there was something in between these two, I would click it. Limited or sufficient. I think it's like sufficient, but I would still like more. But I don't think it's like short compared to like on the gacha sense of things, it's sufficient, but in like what I would want from the game, it's limited. So for that reason, I'm just gonna put limited for the sake of that. Have you completed the following quests? Yes, I have completed both of these. How satisfied are you with the main quest? Chapter 2 Act 5 Shadow of Glory. You'll search for Cartothy, brings you to Septimont, Lupa, blah, 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 and expose the culprit, the playwright. I'm very satisfied. Quest experience, quest flow, guidance, puzzles, combat experience. I'm overall satisfied. Audio design, background music, sound effects, voice acting, very satisfied. Characterization, character development, and personality. I really liked this because it made Rover not the protagonist. And we actually got development of other characters for once. We saw Cartothea kind of fulfill her wish of wanting to become stronger to protect Rover and to help Rover, which she kind of fulfilled during this. And we also saw Lupa coming to terms with herself, right? So I like that. I think the characterization has been pretty good. Readability of dialogues and interactive text. Yeah, that's totally fine. Don't have a problem with that at all. Story content, plot and world building. Honestly, for world building and plot, this was like I'm very satisfied. That I think is what 2.4 did the best, especially in the second half, is set things up for later and expanding on the overall lore. I like that. Big fan. Visual presentation, animations, camera, atmosphere, lip sync. Overall, very satisfied. Yeah, I think they did a really good job on this. Please specify if possible. Why is the main quest chapter of Shadow of Glory satisfying? Narrative hints at upcoming characters. Motivations are logical. Are expressive and animated. I like motivations and actions are logical. To me, okay, I'm gonna write Cristoforo is portrayed as a great villain. Portrayed as a great villain. Enjoying the... I'm just gonna put that. Cristoforo is portrayed as a great villain, and I think that's why part of like 2.4 hit is because he is just a dickhead. Yeah, he's just a dickhead, and I really like that, and I think he's a big reason why 2.4 was cool. The earlier foreshadowing resolved naturally. The narrative blends well with the lore and adds depth to the in-game world. I like that as well. How do I spell Fraxidus? Is it Fraxidus? Fractivus development. How do I spell it? Who knows? The story dialogue flows smoothly and is easy to follow. Cutscenes and performances are captivating. Yeah, I don't really need to add more to that. The character performances are captivating. Voice acting fits the characters well and sounds engaging. Very true. The ensemble narrative is well executed, highlighting the charm of each character. Atmosphere at the Aegon is immersive. I don't know if NPC dialogues are interesting. The story flows naturally. Fresh hints at the story, but excited for what's to go. This massively. Yes. For what's to come, 100%. The ratio of exploration to dialogue during the quest is well balanced. Actually, I think I can. You might hate me for this. I think I disagree with this, especially for the second half of 2.4. My main critique of the second half of 2.4 is that we didn't actually do that much. We were told a lot of things. It was like mostly talking. I'm gonna be real. It was mostly talking. We didn't actually do that much. So I think that to me was a little bit of not an L. The first half was more engaging. The second half felt like we were being spoken to a lot of the time. So I don't agree with that actually fully. The background music during the quest is enjoyable. I like that. Using the script as a plot device is refreshing and increases story immersion. It was okay. I didn't think it added to my experience. I felt like it was something there that I kind of had to see what was going on, but I didn't think my experience was better because of it. Yeah, I don't. It's interesting. I don't think, yeah, the story was made better because of it. Rover played a significant role in the story. He kind of didn't. The puzzles in this quest were interesting. I don't think we had any puzzles. And they weren't interesting if they were. If we're talking about, you know, getting rid of the water in fucking Septimont for the lower areas, yeah, that wasn't really interesting. Time limits are tricky, but this wasn't exactly done well. Yeah, I feel like it was... They tried. It was okay. I don't think it was the best thing they've done. I don't think it was executed the best. But yeah, there's a lot of weeks kind of being spoken to. Like immediately when we go into the second half of 2.4, we kind of just get explained to what's happening, and it's just a lot of talking. So yeah, it's good talk. It's not bad talk. I still enjoyed it. But yeah, the ensemble narrative is well executed. Performances are captivating. Story dialogue flows smoothly. Yep. Characters are expressive and animated. Yeah, okay. I like this. I think I'm okay with all these right now. Which character's performance in the storyline is captivating? Yeah, Lupa's is great. Carter Thea's. Frolova's, I don't think Frolova's captivating. I don't think Yuno's was. I don't think Rover's was particularly. Mia's. Bro, for me, the winners here are Carter Thea, Lupa, and Cristoforo. I think Cristoforo was so good at sounding unlikable. Yeah, I think he was so good at sounding like an unlikable, well, not unlikable, sounding like a villain that we actually... I think let's leave it like that. I don't want to go too deep into it. Yeah, actually like a villain. Meow was good too. I thought Meow was okay. Yuno and Augusta were peak. I haven't heard enough from them for them to be captivating. Yeah, I think that's the only thing. I don't think Frolova... For me, I don't think Frolova ever really steals the show for me for anything like that, unfortunately. But for me, yeah, Cristoforo, Carter Thea, and Lupa were definitely... her monologue versus Mia in the fight was great. How satisfied are you with the fight against the boss Lioness of Glory Arsinosa in Chapter 2 Act 5 Shadow of Glory? I'm neutral about it. I'm just neutral. I don't think it's like amazing. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's I'm pretty neutral about it. Why is the fight against the boss Lioness of Glory not satisfactory? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's particularly engaging. I'm not really very specific why. I just don't think it's like particularly engaging. Yeah, the mechanics and moves are not engaging. It just kind of feels like, it feels like another enemy that's like move around, does a delayed swing, does like a long ranged attack, and that's kind of what it is. Like, I expected some kind of like big moment with this, like, especially because this is supposed to be important, right? The Lioness of Glory, a big moment that all these like gladiators like want to do. I just felt like, if do you know what it is, to me it kind of felt like fallacy a little bit. Yeah, it didn't feel important. It didn't feel important. This isn't talking about Arikado. This isn't talking about Mia. This is talking about the Lionesses of Glory. Also, no, sir, this is not talking about Mia, the Mia fight. Yeah, I just didn't think it was particularly like big. Yeah, this is the end of the first half. But I do think it was like impressive. Like visually, it's kind of impressive, but just not particularly engaging. Poor camera, lack of instructions, no. The special effect for the boss's attacks are not impressive enough. Yeah, to me, it just felt kind of like a bit like fallacy, a tiny bit. You know what I mean? Like, all it is, big swings with an axe, jump around a bit, do a long range attack, fly up into the air, do a targeted attack that you have to like dodge from where you can't hit the enemy. Yeah, it's just like weird fallacy. It's fallacy point 2 is kind of how I felt about it. The after story, 3 wishes. Yeah, I'm satisfied. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with it. Did you know that the following completion of after story 3 wishes, Cartothy appears at certain times in the Black Shores? Yes, I did. How satisfied are you with this feature? I think it's cool. Yeah, I think it's cool. I like it. How satisfied are you with the quest objective, collapse an experimental unit? Oh, yeah. I'm a bit dissatisfied. It was way too long, and the fact you could auto it is kind of shit. Yeah, it's kind of shit. It was too time consuming, and then it was boring gameplay and repetitive and too simple. Yeah, and yeah, all of this. It was ass. It was ass. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah, it was. I didn't have to do anything to complete the... They know! They know! I didn't have to do anything to complete the objective. They know. They knew. 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 How satisfied are you with the hero slash? Didn't we use it like fucking twice? What was the point? Like, what was the point? I'm like dissatisfied. What was the point? We used it literally twice in the whole quest. Not satisfactory. It didn't really come up a lot in the quest. We did it 7 times in... Okay. It didn't really come up a lot in the quest, nor did it seem like we really needed it. Did you notice that the resonated looper would assist you in combat during Aegon matches? Yes, I did. Oops. This feature? Yeah, I like it. It's cool. Are you looking forward to the following features? Certain characters follow you during Wait! That's a feature? Follow you during quests? That's cool. Certain characters assist you in combat during quests. Peak. Certain characters assist you in completing objectives. Yeah. Gameplay elements that require you and other residents to work together. I would want those. Seeing more of my team is always going to be a good thing. Yeah, seeing more of the actual teams that I've pulled for in quests is a good thing. Gameplay elements that require you and other races to work together, please specify. Like needing 2 characters to break something, etc. Like, just ways to see your other teammates interact with you in the environment is cool. More use dependent on others? No, I think this is really just an exploration quest thing. Not dependent on others. This is just a exploration quest thing. Like, if you're questing and maybe like there's a chest that you have to open, but maybe you need another character to open it too. So someone from your team will just appear and help you open a chest. Like, it's just like a visual thing. I think seeing more of your team in exploration would be cool. That's really all this is. Start out somewhere and switch to another character to solve some kind of puzzle. Maybe, or there's like an AI that tells it to like go and do something so you don't have to switch or anything like that. But fight together one at a time. Now we're talking about actual mechanical gameplay changes that I think are way too big to think about right now. Like, that's not happening. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. So, yeah. In the second half of version 2.4, a new main quest, Flames of Heart, along with the associated location, Minas Sewers, was released. How did you like this feature where a new main quest is released in the second half of the game's current version? I think it's hard to say. I actually think it kind of ruined the momentum a bit. I think it ruined the momentum. I definitely wasn't as engaged. Like, the first half of 2.4 was like a really, like, a peak. Like, I was high, I was motivated, I was like, okay. Then we came to the second half of 2.4 and it felt kind of like slow. It felt like less engaging to me. So I think this is just a personal preference thing. For me, it's hard to say. Made the second half exciting? I don't think the second half was exciting. I thought the second half was actually kind of predictable. Yeah, I think the second half was kind of predictable. I don't think there was nothing shocking to me. There was nothing that was like hype like the first half. Like the first half, we had all the gladiator fights, the fight with the Arsinosa, with Fleur de Lis, the switching backwards and forwards from fighting with Fleur de Lis to Rover. That was really hype. I just don't think we had that much. Yeah, the second half of 2.4 felt like a build up for 2.5 more than anything. Yeah, so I think it's hard to say. Why don't you like this feature? I really think this is just a personal preference thing. I think this is a personal preference thing. I feel that the second half of 2.4 lost momentum coming from the first half and felt a bit slower and less exciting. Yeah, it just wasn't as good. Yeah, I think that's probably why. It's not because it's split up, that's the problem. So the feature is fine, just that the second half content was weaker to me. That's really what it is. I don't have a problem with it being split. Are you looking forward to future storylines or events that feature resonators you met before? Yeah, Kalkara appears in the event all out towards the peaks of prestige. Yes. Yes, please. Keep characters interacting with each other. Yes. That is what I want. Do it. Which of the following resonators are you looking forward to? Please specify. Oh my god, I'm bullying Chian. Males, please. Chisha, Galbraina. I'm looking forward to these characters the most. Yep. Which types of gameplay features are you looking forward to in future versions of the game? Roguelike, yes. Elusive realm, please. Co-op content that emphasizes cooperation. Strategy. No, not TFT. Fucking... What do I put here? Peaks of... Put TFT back. TFT in, please. Leisure parkour minigames. Oh my god, more running around the I don't know, I don't even know. Combat, more virtual. I still haven't done this yet. Over exploration, I don't care about. Management simulation, don't care about. Co-op content that, yes. PvP, please. PvP. More asteroid horse racing. Yeah, give us fucking horse racing. Better ones for that dog shit film event. Yeah, that was terrible. More elves and wolf girls that sound like cat, please, Kuro. A little more challenging. A Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, bro. I miss, bro. Fuck. Do I play an old game today? For what we do a variety moment, do I just play an old game? I think I might. All right, next page. Which of the following series have you watched for at least one season or 20 episodes? Holy shit. Mob Psycho, yes. SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh my god. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes. I've never seen Dragon Ball Sword Art Online, Pokemon, Naruto, Gurren. Yeah. Yes. Soul Leveling, JoJo's, Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, Tom and Jerry. I haven't actually seen Fullmetal Alchemist. You've never seen Dragon Ball? No, I've never seen Dragon Ball. Why do we have Tom and Jerry and fucking SpongeBob amongst basically fucking like anime? You see Inuyasha? No. I've never seen Digimon. No. Scooby-Doo collab? I beg. I beg. SpongeBob is anime. SpongeBob's the original anime. It's a cartoon. It's a cartoon. Which series do you enjoy? I mean, like, what do I enjoy the most? I asked that. Which of the following movies or movie series have you watched? Oh god, you're gonna judge me. I don't watch movies. Yeah, I don't watch movies. Yeah, I'm really bad. I'm really, bro, I don't guys, I don't excuse me, I don't really watch movies. I don't watch movies, bro. I play video games and I draw things. I don't watch movies. I'm terrible. Oh, I have seen Suicide Squad, actually. You don't play games either? Bro, I Cap is the entertainment. Yeah, I haven't seen any of these, bro. I have seen a couple of X-Men movies, actually. I never saw Justice League, no Paprika, I don't even know that is Resident Evil. I have seen a Resident Evil movie, but that was a long time ago. I guess I could click it if I have seen it, right? Alright. Oops. Which of the following movies or movie series have you watched? Okay. Batman. Yeah, I've seen Batman. I've seen that. 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 Okay, I've seen these. Okay, I've seen these. Which movies or movie series features main characters you like? Oh my god. Okay, who do I like the most? Who do I like the most? I like Joker. I am Tony Stark's cool. Spider-Man's alright. Deadpool. The rest kind of suck. Based on your experience in the game so far, do you have any additional feedback or suggestions? Feedback or suggestions? Give us a... Kuro, give us... I would like... Why does it always do this? A trading dummy so we can test builds. I would like a trading dummy so we can... I can't spell. A training dummy so we can test builds. Add more sex seeds. Give us H version of the game. Stop. Cease. More ways to get tuners. Being able to convert to... I think being able to convert tuners to tubes and vice versa might be fun. Right? I think that's a solution. Not a solution, but whatever. Blackshaw's dorm system. I don't care for a fucking dorm system. I don't care for that. Add femboys, I beg. No, I don't want femboys. I'm good. More hot male scenes. Including the character EPs in EP songs into the game itself. I would love that. Imagine if like you could hear the actual character EPs into the game. That would be fun. Into itself. What else do I want? How about some 4 stars wouldn't kill them? I have controversial opinions when it comes to 4 stars. I've had this discussion with my chat. We've argued about it. It's kind of nuanced. Wuwa needs a Kumano. Useful 4 stars. Yeah, because most 4 stars are just gonna get benched anyway. No one will give a fuck about them. Add hot woman and make her use katana like Virgil. being able to recycle echoes from the character screens. Add a frazzle applicator that's worse than P but better than Rover. That's not... I don't know. I don't think they'd ever do that. A Crimson Weave type character for this game. Delete button in the echo menu. Yeah, I've already got that. Recycle echoes from the character screens. A claymore button for what? What else do you guys want? Scythe characters, please, Kuro. Havoc Rover literally exists. No 50-50 on first character copy. They're never going to change that. They're never going to change that because everyone who is already pulled in the game will just complain. Yeah, if they change that, everyone who is already pulled in the game and lost 50-50 so many times would just be outraged. And would probably try and sue Kuro or something like that. Yeah, they would have to refund everyone. Yeah, they couldn't do that. Why? Okay, think about it. It's been like a year and a bit of everyone losing their 50-50s, getting Ling Yangs. Suddenly, like, it's guaranteed. Yeah, all those people who lost their 50-50s would fucking complain. Like, oh wow, so I should have not played. I would have saved so much money if I just waited a year to play Wuthering Waves. Like, you're just fucking everybody who's played your game for a year because we had to spend so much more money to get characters than everybody else. That would be terrible. Bro, people would shit on Wuwa insane amounts. They won't? Yes, they would. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, if they go to the 50-50 now, in theory, it would be great, but in practice, it would be fucking terrible. It would be fucking... People would fucking complain. I've spent hundreds of dollars trying to pull for these characters, and now you're saying if I waited a year, I could have got it basically for free? Like, people... Bro, we would never hit the end of it. We would never... As much... Like, the game should release with those mechanics. Once you already have them in place, it's too late. It's too late. It would be too late. Whale problems? It's not even whale problems. It's people who would spend anything. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just me. Like, in theory, yeah, I'd love it. In practice, I think it would actually be bad for Kuro, but maybe that's a hot take. Maybe that's a hot take. Why would they if they have a ton of money? Brother, you realize that people with a lot of money still care if they've, like, wasted money, right? Hey, I forgot I was doing a video. That's a survey. I appreciate y'all. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Links are in the pinned comment down below. I'm live every day, so come and check it out. And come and, if you think I'm wrong, join my chat and tell me how much of a moron I am, like you all do every day. I appreciate y'all. All right, peace.
Twitch.tv/Captain Cabinetz, Captain Cabinetz.